when it comes to software and features that are built into each of the appliances, the PowerVault and the PowerStore, one of the major differences between the PowerVault and PowerStore is that the PowerStore has the ability to do deduplication and compression. So the PowerVault, there is no dedupe, there is no compression. Depending on what RAID configuration you go with, your usable storage is your usable storage. When it comes to the PowerStore, however, there is a 5-to-1 data reduction ratio, or DRR guarantee, that Dell has that applies to your block data that is neither compressed or encrypted. So what that means is for block heavy workloads, especially VM environments, the PowerStore is going to be able to compress and also deduplicate a lot of the files underneath the hood that are present on the environment. And basically that's going to save you space on the back end and also save you money on the front end when sized properly. So another cool feature when it comes to differences is replication. So a lot of customers that have very stringent uptime or high availability requirements lean towards replication feature sets in their storage appliances. So when it comes to the PowerVault, you can do asynchronous replication, meaning you can schedule to run, say, every 30 minutes or so. The PowerStore, however, will not only do async, it can also do synchronous replication, meaning I/O is acknowledged on both arrays before that's sent back to the host side, meaning data is going to be in sync at all time. But you can also do what's called metro replication, and that kind of builds on to the synchronous replication feature and allows you to do active I/O on both sides. So say you've got a PowerStore in building A and a PowerStore in building B. You can do not only reads, but also writes on each end, and it's all going to be synced. So for customers that have, the optimal, most possible uptime when it comes to their storage array, metro replication, metro synchronous replication to be specific, is definitely a key feature.
Now, with that replication, is that between other storage arrays, or is that within the same storage array to other disks?
So for PowerVault, you can do ME5 to ME4 and vice versa replication. But when it comes to PowerStore, you can do PowerStore to PowerStore. So all that to say, it does have to stay within the same family. However, the multitude of options that we do have in the PowerStore family, we got the PowerStore 500T, 1200T, 3200T, and so on. You can do replication between the various different models.